Hey there and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Joules from Slugterra. So we start with the eyes. I'm going to start with an oval on the left side for the iris. Starting from the top, come down to the bottom, and then back up to the top. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to leave a big gap in the center here, lining up the tops. Draw that same oval. Now let's get into some detail inside. We're going to draw a highlight edge on the side here, on the right side. So we're going to draw an angled line coming towards the center from the side. And we're going to come back out so it gets a little bit wider as we get to the side of the eye. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting from the right side edge, we'll come towards the middle, and then we'll angle back out. Let's go ahead and tuck the pupil in underneath. So we're going to draw a smaller oval inside the iris. So we're going to leave a little trim starting from the top, leave a little even trim all the way around. And we'll color the inside area in black. Let's move over to the right side and do the same thing. So starting at the top of the highlight, I'm just going to trace around the inside edge of the iris and color that in black. From here we want to start drawing in the outside edge of the eye, but before we do that we're going to draw a little bit of a cheekbone just underneath the eyes. So on the left side here we're just going to draw a curve that goes up and just kind of goes across the bottom edge of the iris. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So starting on the inside, curve down and out to the side. Now from here we want to draw the inside edge. So from this inside of the eye right here we're going to curve around the iris and go a little bit wider as we come down and then right into that line. So starting up by the highlight here, we're going to go up above the iris, come down, and then just tuck this in underneath that line. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So starting up here on the inside, we go up, and we'll come down, and then we'll tuck this in right underneath that line. From here, we're going to trace around, again, doing the little socket that the eye sits in. So right at the same point, we're going to go up around, and then tuck that into that line there. Starting on the inside, we're going to go up a little bit higher, and then we're going to curve back down around and then just tuck that in on that line. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So starting in the inside, go up to the top, and then we'll start to circle around the eye. So you can see there's just a bunch of layers around the eye area here. Let's go up and do the antennas. So from the inside edge of the eye, we're going to curve up to the front edge of the antenna. So right here, we're going to curve up and just curve it outwards. So it's curving out towards the left, and on the right side we're going to curve up in the opposite direction, so curving upwards like that. From here let's do the first sort of jagged edge here. So from this point we're going to come down at an angle towards the left, come down at an angle towards the right. Now from these points we're going to curve up to the tip of the antenna, curving up right up to the top there. Now from here we're going to come down and just draw the first layer of this antenna. So we're going to come from this top, we're going to curve down, just following that line down. So we're getting a little bit wider as we come down to the bottom here. We're going to go up in that same angle. Now we're going to curve down on top of the eye. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So starting from the tip, we get a little wider as we come down. We're going to go across, and we're going to curve this in on top of the eye. Now we're going to do this twice. So from the tip again, we're going to curve out again. So it's basically a double layer that comes down. We're going to go across. Now let's go over to the right side and do the same thing. We're going to curve down, and we're going to go across. Now these 2 points are going to come down to the top of the head. So we're just going to come down with a short, straight line. Let's make this a little bit longer. Come down with a short, straight line. Now these are going to curve down to the side of the eyes. So curving down, and just tuck that in on the side of the eyes there. From here we're going to tuck in the top of the head. So this curve here is actually merging in with the top of the head on both sides. So we just want to create a curve from left to right, going across like that. From here, let's go ahead and draw the mouth. So we're going to give him a big smile. In the center here, we're going to start off with a curve. It goes up in the middle, then down on the right side. From these ends, we're going to curve them up towards the eye. So a nice smooth curve going up towards the eye. And then we're going to curve the bottom of the mouth. So we're going to draw the bottom of the mouth down to about here. So I'm just drawing a nice curve down to the bottom, and curving back up on the right side. Let's give him some teeth. So 2 teeth on the top. Starting on the left side, we're going to draw a curve that comes down almost like a half oval. And then on the right, we'll do the same thing. We'll draw one little tooth in the bottom here. So we're just going to draw a little curve along the bottom. Let's give him a tongue. So up here, we're going to just draw another curve. It goes across like this. And then we want to throw a tonsil in the back here. So we're going to start by drawing that little punching bag. So we're going to draw a little curve up like that. And then from these two ends, we're going to connect them by circling around this. Let's go ahead and color the inside of that black. Okay, from here we're going to draw in the body. So the body comes down, sort of pinches in towards the center, and then goes back out towards the feet. So on the side here, we want to start by curving in. Curving inwards on both sides. Like that, so at the same height. Now we're going to tuck the hands on top. So right here we're going to do an overlap. Curve down towards the tip of the hand, and we're going to curve this back up. Rounding out the hand. At the right side we're going to do the same thing. So overlapping. Curve down to the tip of the hand, round it out, and then pull that back in. From here, we're going to continue the side of the body down behind the hand, and then curve it outwards on both sides. So right here, so making sure that the hands overlap on the bottom there. Let's round out the toes. So from the left side, we're just going to round this out. On the right, we'll round it out. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a curve in the middle. So it's going to go a little higher in the middle. So curving around. And merging up with the right side. On the corners of the mouth, we're going to curve down a little bit of a body trim. So from here, we're just going to curve and then just come down to the bottom. On the right, we'll do the same thing. So curving down towards the bottom. He's got these little spots in the body. So there's three little spots down here. They look like ovals, but they're open on the end. So we're just going to draw an open-ended curve like that. And draw 3 of them. 2 along the bottom, 1 on the top, and that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Joules from Slugterra. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.